Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Lucy, I'm the UK Market Manager for Tourism Northern Territory. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the Northern Territory and then we'll jump straight into some luxury properties that I wanted to train you guys on today. But first we're going to start with a little video just to kind of showcase what the NT has to offer.
We all seek different in our own ways. Some of us do little things, others, well, do bigger things. Why? Because different reflects who you are, who you want to be. And nowhere lets you be who you are and find what you seek like the Northern Territory, where your sightseeing schedule has been carved out over millions of years. The art doesn't just hang on walls, it is the walls. And locals don't just say good day, they give you a hug. Here you can wake up and still be dreaming. Your morning train commute actually gives you space to breathe, and stopping for a quick bite takes on a whole new meaning. Taking the stairs elevates more than your heart rate. An afternoon dip redefines natural therapy. And souvenirs are handmade just for you. Nothing comes close to getting this close. Getting your heart racing in the real heart of Australia. Or five-star dining under 1 billion stars. You see, the Northern Territory isn't trying to be different. It just is. So if you seek different, this is the holiday for you. The Northern Territory, different in every sense.
I literally love that video. Always gives me chills. Thanks for all your lovely comments in the chat. So I'll jump straight into it. For those of you who don't know anything about the Northern Territory, this is where we sit in relation to the rest of Australia, and it is very easy to get to us. So if you're coming from the UK, you can fly into Darwin in about 18 hours via Singapore, or you can fly into Darwin, Alice Springs, and Uluru from other major Australian cities. You can drive. We're a very popular self-drive destination, so drive in from Western Australia, across from Queensland, or up from South Australia. And you can, of course, get the Garn Railway, so the train that runs between Adelaide and Darwin. When I talk about the NT, you'll hear me talk about the top end and the red centre. So these are our two main regions. So the top end is made up of Darwin, Katherine, Kakadu and Arnhem Land. And then the red centre is made up of Alice Springs, Tennant Creek, Uluru and Kings Canyon. So these two images really reflect the kind of the contrasting landscape you'll see in the two regions. So on the left, we've got Kakadu, which is in the top end. You'll see it's very green, it's very vibrant, it's very tropical. You've got waterfalls here and waterholes and tons of nature and wildlife. And then on the right, you've got the red centre. So we've got Uluru, and you can see that really rich red earth and these really unique rock formations. So very contrasting, but both incredibly beautiful. The NT is most well known for our ancient Aboriginal culture, thrilling adventure, beautiful nature and wildlife, and delicious cuisine. And the NT is all about luxury of experience, of landscape, of nature and wildlife, of delicious food. It's just a stunning, stunning destination. I've put together a handful of our luxury properties today. This is by no means all of them, but just a handful I wanted to talk about. So first up is Finnis River Lodge, which is the Northern Territory's newest experiential luxury lodge. It's situated on a working cattle station just next to Litchfield National Park. So there are 6 luxury rooms. They're huge. They've got beautiful views across the station. And this property is particularly spectacular for its nature and wildlife. So if your clients love nature and wildlife, this is such a beautiful place to send them. There's tons of bird life. You can see crocodiles, lots of cattle and beautiful calves. You'll see wallabies and lots more. It's very easy to get to from Darwin. It's about a 90-minute drive along sealed roads or a 20-minute charter flight to the lodge's personal airstrip. What's great about this property is there are 2 tours a day included in the rate, one in the morning and one in the afternoon or the evening. And they're totally bespoke to the visitor. So these could range from airboat tours to cattle station tours to bird watching and tons more, but it just really depends on what your customers are looking for. A particularly special tour that they do run is called Cows and Canapes, which I did recently. And it's where you get taken to one of the nearby cattle fields and you drink champagne and you eat delicious canapes and you get to stroke and cuddle the most tame cows and calves. It's such a special experience. So next up is Tiwi Island Retreat. So this luxury property is it's basically the only high-end property for visitors to stay on at the Tiwi Islands. It's a beautiful retreat set right on the beach. It's perfect base for kind of fishing tours. You can do beach fishing or deep sea fishing. They do wildlife tours. They do bonfire and beach buggy tours, and also Aboriginal cultural tours, which is what the Tiwi Islands is so incredibly famous for. When I visited in October, we actually did a helicopter waterhole tour where we got a helicopter ride out to a secluded waterhole. It was so beautiful. So their 10 ocean rooms have newly been refurbished with en-suites. You can see a picture of this bottom right. These are a really lovely option for couples or a couple of friends. But the retreat also has new glamping tents, which can sleep a family of 4. They've got an ensuite, they've got a lounge area, a kitchenette area, and then they've also got a jacuzzi with views of the beach and the ocean. And they're situated just down the beach from the main retreat. So you've got total privacy, but with the option of going back to the retreat to eat or use the pool. Another new glamping product is our Yellow Water Villa glamping tents, which is a really exciting addition to Coimbra Lodge. So Coimbra Lodge is based in Coimbra, one of the main towns of Kakadu National Park in the top end. So these open in July 2023. There are going to be 5 retreat villas at the beginning, built on stilts, and they'll include a kitchenette, a dining and a lounge area. They have a beautifully large veranda and a private barbecue. Coimbra Lodge is just such a great base for activities like cruising the Yellow Water Billabong, to see loads of wildlife, see ancient Aboriginal rock art, and also exploring the waterfalls and waterholes of Kakadu National Park. And you can self-drive to Coimbra Lodge. It's about a 3.5-hour drive from Darwin along sealed roads. Next up is Billow River Station. So Billow is a luxury homestead situated on a working cattle station, a bit like Venice River Lodge, but much bigger. They've got way more acres. You can get here by driving from Darwin, or you could drive across from Western Australia. You can also catch a charter flight straight to the station's airstrip, or you can also fly to Kununurra, a local airport, and drive from there. The tours here are just add to the luxury. They include stargazing tours, you can do fishing tours, there's tons of Aboriginal rock art that you can go and see. You can swim in beautiful waterholes and waterfalls, and they do helicopter tours as well. It's a real haven for kind of nature and wildlife and Aboriginal culture as well. Next up is Bamaroo. So I'm sure a lot of you will have heard of Bamaroo Plains. It's a member of Luxury Lodges of Australia, and it can be found on the Mary River, which is on the edge of Kakadu National Park. So this property is kind of safari-style luxury. It sleeps 20 guests, and the rooms span out from the main lodge, and they're situated right amongst the nature and wildlife. So you're so immersed in your surroundings. It's a really luxurious base for visitors that want to explore Kakadu National Park and also the wetlands of the Mary River. Now, jumping down into the Red Centre, we've got Longitude 131. Again, I'm sure loads of you will have heard about this property. It's a member of Luxury Lodges of Australia, and it's really the best kind of luxurious property with views from your rooms of Uluru. There are 16 tented luxury pavilion rooms. And included in the room rate are these beautiful luxury tours of Uluru Katajuta National Park. There is so much to do around this national park. I think there's like 101 activities to do, so plenty to explore for your clients. There's a beautiful spa here. There's a real kind of emphasis on wellness and peacefulness and just kind of getting back to nature and the landscape and kind of understanding the spiritualness and the sacredness of the national park to the local traditional owners. They've got incredible food here. It's really 5-star dining. And there's like a beautiful outdoor dune top dining experience that you can do as well called Table 131. And lastly, we've got Sails in the Desert. So Sails in the Desert is the 5-star property at Ayers Rock Resort. So during COVID, they actually refurbished the rooms and the terraces. They've got new bathrooms, they've got new furniture, new furnishings, and it's in such a perfect position to explore Uluru. And the majority of tours run from Ayers Rock Resort. So it's so easy to catch your tours straight outside your hotel and book them there as well, or obviously book through you guys. There's a lovely swimming pool, a really great restaurant at this property, but you can also enjoy restaurants at Desert Gardens or in the town square and other swimming pools in the town as well. So that was my whistle-stop tour of luxury through the Northern Territory. Please feel free to email me. My email is lucy@etm-g.com, and visit our consumer website. It's really useful for tips about the Northern Territory, looking at itineraries and areas to go, little facts and things, and that's northernterritory.com. I think we have time for some questions. Does anyone have any questions? I'm just going to... Yeah, don't forget to guys to look on the files tab. I've got loads of documents there to download, not just about luxury, but from itineraries to our calendar of festival and events. It's really useful stuff. But if you guys do have any further questions, do jump into the Northern Territory room this afternoon, and I will come in and answer any of your questions. Or feel free to email me. I love hearing from you guys. Yeah. So the glamping in Cooinda Lodge, the Yellow Water Villas, that's coming up in July. So definitely look out for that. We've got some new glamping at Kings Creek Station called Drover's Dream, which is some beautiful glamping which overlooks the George Gill Ranges. So have a look at that as well. I think we've got a question as well about the new attraction in the Red Centre. Yeah, so that's Wintjiri Wiru, and that goes live in May. So that's really exciting. It's going to be a incredible drone show telling the Mala story, which is a local traditional owner Aboriginal cultural story in the Red Centre, and it's going to be an absolutely beautiful immersive experience. And it launches in May, so we'll have more images to share and more information to share once it's launched. Is Field of Light now permanently staying? Yes, Field of Light is there for good. It was originally set up to be a temporary installation, but it was so popular that it's been extended indefinitely. So that's very exciting. I was there just last week and it was absolutely stunning. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. But again, please do jump into the Northern Territory room if you have any others, or email me. But thanks, guys. Thanks so much for joining. We really do appreciate it. And it was lovely to chat to you all. Thanks, guys.